Hello and welcome to Edukemy's YouTube channel and editorial discussion for 10th May 2022. My name is Harsh Singh and in this video we shall discuss two editorials. One from today's The Hindu and the other one from today's Indian Express. Both of them speak about the GS paper 2 topic of international relations and diplomacy. They speak about how USA is handling the two-front war with Russia and China and how India is tackling its international position amidst criticism of not criticizing in Russian aggression. If you like this initiative, share some love through likes, comments, and shares. Let's discuss. The Russian stand first. See, Russia has been handling the two front hostilities of Russia and China. Both the countries declared in a meet that there would be relationships without limits and there'd be no forbidden areas between these two countries. And this was immediately before the Russian aggression on Ukraine in February. Now, Russia is a great example of a declining nation, a superpower earlier and now declining, but then still proving to be disruptive in trade, international relations, diplomacy. On the other hand, China, there are increasing threats that it might invade Taiwan. On the other hand, China is itself going through multiple problems. COVID lockdown is one, intense lockdown, the economy which is not supposed to grow at the rate of more than 4%. The crackdown on the companies, especially the internet companies, and the hostilities that China is facing in terms of the trade relationships, the kind of investment that it has made abroad. So all these are leading to lesser power for China, and it has got these things to handle before attacking a country like Taiwan. So, what is America doing to handle this two front war? America is creating a network with the nations. Which are these nations? These are nations in East Asia, Southeast Asia. American leadership lately met with ASEAN leaders and now is also going to meet South Korea and Japan. And having a better relationship with them will only be detrimental to the cause of China. And supposing the good relations with America will help American endeavors in Indo-Pacific region. They also want to increase ties with the help of Quad. This is the third meeting they are going to hold in the 15 months. What is the intention? Only to better the ties. Formation of AUKUS, a military alliance, along with having better ties in NATO. Bhai, this war has not helped China. This has helped America only. And what about India? Indian foreign minister going to America and saying you might want to consider how much Europe is importing, saying that in America and America keeping quiet on this. This is called as giving a slack. Letting them lose, letting India a little lose here because they see larger relationship with India in the Indo-Pacific region. So, unlike the times of Donald Trump, where the relationship that the country considered with other countries, they considered it as a burden, fiscal burden, political burden, considering in America only as great. Now, Mr. Biden says that we will consider multilateral policies, we will engage more relationships, and especially with Asian countries, and this is how we will gain over the other countries. So, unlike what we think that China gained a lot, China actually revealed its position to European economies, right? And USA, and it has been doing a lot of trade with these nations. Now these nations are partnering with India, so advantage to India and advantage to USA. Now let us understand what is the Indian position, because though India is gaining, India is also receiving enormous criticism. India has not openly criticized America over its aggression. So, a lot of criticism from the West has come to India. On the other hand, when India wants to pay a visit to countries like Germany, France, and Denmark, they also receive criticism. Prime Minister has been receiving this kind of criticism. Now, this is where he has gone to make them understand what is our stand. So, let us understand the stand. Now, before that, a quick issue. See, United Nations permanent representative from India, Mr. Tirumurti, who's an IFS officer, he says in one of the speeches in United Nations, he said, India remains on the side of peace and therefore believes that there is no winning side in this conflict. And while those impacted by the conflicts will continue to suffer, that means Russia and Ukraine, diplomacy will be the larger lasting casualty. This is what he said. He also said that we condemn the killings in Bucha and we want an independent investigation. See, this is very fair. As a part of diplomat, this is fair. But another diplomat from Netherlands, and Netherlands, this is the diplomat from Netherlands who is also posted to UK. So he posts in Twitter, you should not have abstained in General Assembly, respect the UN Charter. Now this is like poking the Indian diplomacy and leadership. So Mr. Tirumurti replies by saying, kindly do not patronize us, Ambassador, we know what to do. हमारे पापा मत बनो, हमें पता है, we know what to do, so you keep quiet. And this is where the Netherlands diplomat, he later even deleted his tweet. So point being here that when these kind of tweets and posts and public remarks are being made, what is India's stand? Let us understand, this is very important thing. India has repeatedly been saying that you are a better nation, we understand, in many respects. So we will always treat the relationship with you as first. Bilateral engagements remain the top of our priority. Germany, France, Denmark, each of you, whatever you can give, we will be more than happy for this. So India says, don't isolate us. We will not remain isolated. We want bilateral engagement. This is first thing. Yes, you can segregate. One can segregate the relationship. So one on one side is national interest and strategic autonomy, and the other one is shared value for democracy. We will keep this shared value for democracy as second priority. We will keep strategic autonomy and national interest on our side. So when it is on economics, when technology, climate change is the issue, we these are the important areas for us, low hanging fruits. Let us deal with them first, rather than creating more of dissonance by talking about अरे वहाँ क्यों नहीं बात किया, अरे China के against you should not act, अरे Russia you must criticize. No, we will not talk on these kind of issues. We will talk on the low hanging fruits first. This is what India says. Very smart, yes. So this is one of the strategic ways India deals with it. The second one it says is that geopolitical convergence on the rising of China is another factor why India wants to deal with European Union and America and UK, because the ideation of normative things, normative matlab, means norm, those things which go with norms. For example, democracy, liberty, those are the values in India is not able to regard with its neighbors. So India has to deal with Myanmar even when Myanmar is not a democratic country. India might have to deal with Afghanistan also in future, even when Afghanistan is not a democratic country. So where are our ideal values and normative values? They're not there, but we will have to deal. So we are dealing in those regards right now as well with Russia also, considering how China's rise is going to happen. Considering that, we will deal with Russia. Considering that, we will deal with European countries as well and USA as well. So very strategic relationship. Now see, the editorial says that India and Germany, they're destined to emerge as major poles in shaping the multipolar world order. And the world is going to be multipolar in future. So these will be the major poles in future. And one example of this is Germany's invitation to India to be a part as NYT to G7. This is only going to hold India in a stronger regard with regard to international economics, diplomacy, and its geopolitics. So India will become one of the those countries which have a swing power, a power to weigh the balance on one side at one time and the other side whenever it wants. So moving deftly with a lot of strategy on the geopolitical and diplomatic chessboard. What an interesting phrase, moving deftly on geopolitical and diplomatic chessboard. So one thing to understand is India's strategy is to keep the bilateral engagements on top, then having national interest, strategic autonomy before shared values for democracy. Examples of Myanmar and Afghanistan can be given, and of course Russia as well. Along with that, ensuring that the low hanging fruits are handled first, economics, technology, climate change, and countering China also becomes important, and will do whatever it takes for us to do that. And please remember this swing power, India is a swing power, and in India and Germany destined to grow. Now this is an interesting piece of opinion. And with this, a quick question to you people. State 5 ways in which India's diplomatic stand with respect to Ukraine war are advantageous to India. It is also having problems with the country, but the problems are less. This is far on the advantageous side. So mention 5 of these advantages on the comment section. Exercise your brain, and in case you got questions, put it down in the comment section. We will ensure to get back to you. And in case you like this effort, share some love through likes, shares, and subscribes. Thank you for watching.